Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about shedding with your snakes. So, shedding is a very important thing that your snake will do every so often. Your snake sheds their skin so that they can grow larger. As they grow, their skin stretches out, so they need to get rid of it and make way for the new skin that they have underneath. Um, So, the first stage of your snake shedding will be the initial stage. During this time, you may notice that your snake is dull or darker in color. You may not notice yet at this point, and that's fine. Your snake may be hiding more and not in the mood to be handled. The next stage is called the blue stage. During this time, your snake will have like a milky blue eyes, opaque eyes, they call it. Your snake may not want to eat, and that's because they're having a hard time seeing. And they may not want to be handled. They may be more skittish and defensive. You may notice that your snake is hiding a lot more, especially on the cool side. And that's totally fine. You can still offer a meal if you want, but if your snake does not take it, don't be worried or concerned. I know my corn snake will always take a meal even during shed. I have a ball pythons. I have a couple ball pythons. Sometimes they'll take it during shed, sometimes they won't. I actually had one recently regurgitate. Yes, I've never had a snake regurgitate before, so it was very concerning. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure it's due to the shed. I fed the snake, and then the next day I opened the bed and there was a big poop and pee, a shed skin, and she had regurgitated her mouse. And I do believe she regurgitated that mouse so that she could move around better to get that skin off. Um, so, anyway, the next stage is called the final stage. Your snake may not have the opaque eyes anymore, but will still look dark and dull. You may notice like an iridescent, like a blue iridescent on your snake's head and along on its body. That is the old skin. And your snake will probably still be hiding, not handleable. Within 2 to 4 days, you should find your snake's shed skin all done. What they'll do is they will rub their nose against something inside their home just to get that skin loose and, make its way down its body. So your snake should shed in one large piece. There should not be little pieces here or little pieces there. If that is the case, then your snake had something called an incomplete shed. And that is due to your humidity levels being off. Usually, humidity is too low when this happens. So, some things you can do if your snake has shed still on its body, you can get a tub or a bin, put your snake in it with a cover, of course, poke a hole, air hole, put a warm washcloth in there and just let your snake sit in the humid air and be able to rub off on the washcloth and get that stuck skin off. I what I've done in the past with my corn snake, when I first got my corn snake, he had a bad incomplete shed. What I did is I took the washcloth and I got it wet with warm water and I just rubbed along my snake's body with it. I basically wiped off all that old stuck shed. Another thing that people do is they will put their snake in water. They'll either put them in the sink with water or they'll put water in a tub and put the snake in there and then cover it and just let the snake basically soak in the water. But I would only do that if it's a severe case. The snakes really don't like it. They get totally stressed out with it. But again, if it's a severe case and the snake has a lot of stuck shed, then that's a good idea. Put them in, warm water and let them sit for about 10 to 20 minutes just to loosen up. And then you can take them out and try to rub them with the warm, wet washcloth to try to get that shit off. Okay, so as you can see here, this came from my corn snake. He's just a little guy, but this thing looks so long. He's pretty long, but as you can see, he's very thin. But anyway, his broke into 2 pieces, but that's okay because you can still see that it's one piece. And if you look close, look at that. It's his head. You see the bottom jaw there? See the bottom of his jaw and then the top of his head with his little eyes, his little eye. Oh, it's so cute. Anyway, yeah, this is how your snake's skin should look. That is a healthy shed of skin shed. Now, I want to show you this girl. She literally just shed. And she's actually a fairly new snake. I've only had her like a month now, so she's still getting used to... Oh, she's over here on the cool side. She's still getting used to me, and she's still nervous. I finally got her to eat a few weeks back, and then the last time I fed her, I did not know that she was about to shed. She was in the final stage, and I did not see the opaque color. And she's a very bright, beautiful snake, and I couldn't even tell that she was dull in color and that she was about to shed. So I let her eat. She didn't seem like she wanted to eat very much, but I finally got her to eat. I assume she just didn't feel like eating because she's new and still nervous. But I think it was because she was about to shed. So the day after she ate, I came and opened her bin because I noticed that, you know, she had a big mess in here. There was a big, huge poop, pee. There was a shed of skin, and she had regurgitated her meal. Now, that was a big fright to me because I have never had a snake regurgitate before. You may not be able to see very well because she's in her tub, but this is my female 100% het pied, as you see. She is about to shed. She is hanging out on the cool side. This is the cool side of her bin. Back there is the warm side. She's been hanging out here on the cool side a lot, hiding a lot, like I said. I took her out earlier just to look at her, and she was just, she did not want to come out, just a little lethargic and not in the mood. Her eyes were no longer opaque, but yesterday they were. They were opaque, the milky white, blue-ish color that I told you about. So they are no longer opaque, so that means she's in the final stage. So I bet tomorrow or the day after I will come to her bin and there should be a nice fresh shed of skin for me. Can't wait. I want to make some necklaces with her skin. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and the like button.